The night my life changed began like any other. I had no idea the horror that would unfold. I was sitting at the kitchen table trying to sip my coffee while Samuel, my son, played with his toys in the corner. He was always an anxious child, prone to fear. But tonight something felt off. It was then that he came running toward me, his face pale with fear, holding a strange old book in his hands. "Mom, what's this?" he asked, his voice trembling. The cover was dark, with an odd shape in the center, what I could only make out to be a shadowy figure. I took it from him, my fingers touching the worn-out surface. It was titled Mr. Babadook. I should have thrown it away, but something held me back. I don't know why, but I opened the first page and the words began to blur. The pages were filled with grotesque, twisted images, each one darker than the last. My heart raced, but the urge to read on was overpowering. That night, after Samuel went to bed, I couldn't shake the unease. The book haunted me. The words seemed to echo in my mind. If it's in your house, you must let it in. The thought of the creature, the Babadook, took root in my mind, gnawing at me. I tried to push it aside, but then it happened. A creaking sound from upstairs. I thought I imagined it, but it continued louder this time, followed by a soft whisper. "Let me in." My heart pounded in my chest. I ran upstairs to check on Samuel. When I opened his bedroom door, I was met with an icy draft. Samuel was standing by the window, staring out into the dark night, whispering to himself, "Mom, it's here." Over the next few days, things grew worse. Strange occurrences became a daily routine. Objects would move on their own. Books, toys, even the furniture would shift slightly when I wasn't looking. The house felt colder. I could feel it, a presence watching us. The whispers began again, but now they weren't just in my head. They came from everywhere. At night, I'd hear it calling my name. "Anna, let me in." The sound was chilling, like nails scraping on the walls. Samuel was becoming more withdrawn, scared to sleep, scared to be alone. And then one night, I saw it, standing in the hallway, a tall, dark figure. Its face was shadowed, but I could feel its eyes on me. I froze in terror. The Babadook. It was real. It wasn't long before I began to lose control. The Babadook's presence began to twist my mind. I would hear it in my thoughts, urging me to do things, terrible things. It wasn't just a book anymore. It was a living nightmare. Samuel's behavior worsened too. He would scream at night, thrashing in his bed, calling out to something invisible. I tried to comfort him, but every time I touched him, I felt that coldness, that unexplainable terror creeping through my veins. One night, I found myself holding the knife, staring at Samuel's sleeping form. The Babadook had taken over. I could hear its voice in my head. "Finish it. Let it in." I couldn't take it anymore. The Babadook had completely taken over. I could feel its presence everywhere. It wasn't just in my mind now, it was real, standing right in front of me. The house felt like a prison, and there was no escape. Samuel was gone. He had run out into the night, screaming for me to stop. But the Babadook had me. I saw its twisted, distorted form clearly now, towering over me. I was consumed by it. But then, something inside me snapped. I had to fight. I grabbed the book, the source of all this pain, and set it on fire. I screamed, finally releasing the grief that had held me captive for so long. It was over, or so I thought. The Babadook was gone. The house felt lighter. The whispers stopped. But as I stood in the ruins of the living room, looking at the ashes of the book, I realized something terrifying. The Babadook wasn't truly gone. It had never left. I saw Samuel's face one last time, his eyes wide with fear as he whispered, "Mom, it's still here." And I knew then the Babadook would never truly leave.